But you're not the only one that learned a lesson on a football field. I've been on a football field one time in my whole life, and I learned a life lesson. Many, many years ago, I became very sick with MS, and I went into the hospital still walking somewhat, and I came out 3 months later in a wheelchair. I had 3 young children, a beautiful husband at home, and I did not know how I was going to live life in a chair. What? Do I need 2? Hold this 2. Okay. Is that better? Yeah. Okay. Do I need to start the story over, or do you guys follow? Are you with me? Do you know where? Okay, good. All right. Okay. Then I'm taking this off. A girl's got to worry about her hair a little bit here. Okay. So where was I? Okay. So I came out 3 months later in a wheelchair. And while I was gone, our oldest son, who was 12 at the time, was in youth football, his first year. And I had missed every game and every practice except for one. I had just been home from the hospital with my new life of being in a wheelchair for 1 week. It's a Saturday morning, and it's his last game. And he comes up to me and he says, "Mom, I want you to come to my game. Can you come to my game?" I said, "No, honey, I can't. I'm not ready for that. I can't do that yet. I don't know what I'm doing in this chair. I don't think I feel well enough. Mom can't come." So my husband loads up the 3 kids, puts them in the car, and they leave. And right then I knew I'd made a mistake. So I called a friend. I said, "Kathy, you need to come over and get me. We have to go to this football game." So she comes over, she loads me in the car, we go to the game, and we get to the game, and it's halftime. And I realize that our team is on the other side of the field. So we're standing at the sideline, about 45-yard line, and my friend leans down to me and whispers in my ear, "Now, Lisa, we could wheel all the way around the field, and I know I would be totally exhausted, and you would probably really be exhausted, and that's going to take us quite a bit of time, or we could just cut right across the field." So, against my better judgment, I agree. So she starts wheeling me across the field. And she starts going a little faster. And she starts going a little faster, and I'm bouncing up and down. And she starts practically running, and we're midfield, 45-yard line, both sides of this little field that people on the, in the stands. And I did not fall. I catapulted. Mid-air, this is true. I was airborne and landed midfield, face down in the dirt. And that internal voice said, "Man, what? You should not have done this. You should not have come. This was the biggest mistake. What are you doing? You should never leave the house. You're going to look like a fool. Everybody's laughing at you." My friend picks me back up, puts me in my chair. We're both crying. We get to the other side of the field. And who's the first one to greet me? My son. And he threw his little arms around me and he said, "Mom, thank you. Thank you so much for coming." And that internal dialogue switched to, "I will never use this as an excuse. I will never never let this stop me. I will never not go somewhere, do something, be a part of something because it's hard. Because the payoff is so much greater than how hard that is. And you might be sitting there tonight saying, a cure? That ain't gonna happen. That takes too much money, that's too hard. How are they gonna cure these people? She's been in a wheelchair 25 years. Tyler's had MS for 12 years now. I know that goes through your mind. I've had it go through my mind. But I'm asking you tonight to make that switch to, you know what? I want to be the one to give the last dollar so we can make that cure. And I also know you're sitting there thinking, well, my family's not touched by this, by the grace of God. But what that cure will do, that gives Tyler not having to wake up every morning worrying about what his disease process is going to do. That would get me out of this wheelchair forever, and I'm gonna walk across a football field and not be rolled. And then the other thing is, you will not have to worry about your family member hearing that they have MS. Because hard things are worth the effort. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lisa.